Good afternoon, internet. Welcome back to the channel. So it is, what is it? Yes, it's Thursday afternoon, and the time is 1:30 exactly. So I didn't intend to actually come in today with all the bits and pieces that I've got to do prior to the weekend. So, but I was nearby, and I've finished bits and pieces earlier. Because last night we had an horrendous storm here again. Everyone's been getting warnings on the phone for the wind and that, and it was a bad one. There was the house that we live in. I thought we was going to lose the roof at one stage. It was really bad. I wouldn't have been bothered if we lost the roof, to be honest. Still, never mind, especially if the landlord was strapped to it at the time. Still, no, that's nasty, that is. Anyway, yeah. So I thought to myself, right, I'm going to come down here because obviously, you know, with this being the new build, although I'm not doubting my building skills, but it's always nice to find these things out and put it to the test, isn't it? So, and of course, it's always nice to look as well because the weather was horrendous. The wind was absolutely ferocious last night, and the rain. Man, you've never seen rain so bad as we had last night here. It was awful, it really was. These storms are just getting worse. But the good thing is, this is an excellent test for this building because, okay, we've got no plasterboard on yet. But this has stood now through quite a few really bad storms, and last night, as I said, was the worst one. So what better time to come down and look round and say, well, you know what, have we got any leaks? And the answer to that is no, not one, not a leak anywhere, which I'd be right upset if there was, because, you know, this has been built sort of, you know, properly all the way through, so I would be upset. But when you're building something, and we built it, you know, considering it was only a family thing, we did build it really quick to get it up to being watertight. So, you know, mistakes can be made, there's no two ways about that. But yeah, not a leak, not a spot of water. So I am what you class as a very happy bunny. Yeah, so that's it really. But while I'm here, I thought to myself, okay, because I'm not here tomorrow, so instead of me messing around first thing Friday morning, what I'm going to do today is, which is going to take me no time at all, is just there, look, and I think I said this on another video, I'm just going to put a reinforcing plate there between those two beams, yeah. So the wife, God bless her, can have her fan. She likes her fan, she does. So that's my little job for today. That's all I'm going to do today. And then we're back Friday. No, we're not. We're back Saturday to start putting this plasterboard up. And you know, I'm really looking forward to that. Right, okay. I mean, before we go, look at this, eh? What? Look at this. You wouldn't think the weather was so bad as it was in the night. But it was bad. I mean, it really was ferocious, you know. The wind, unbelievable. Like I said at one stage, my two daughters came running downstairs at about 2 o'clock this morning. They really thought that the roof was going. Anyway, look at this. Now that I've got this window open here, hey, look at that. What a nice. I called it a cactus the other day, and of course, it's not a cactus, it's a palm tree. But yeah, and there's such a lot of them down here. I'm really looking forward to getting all this bamboo thing out here. I think I'll shut these windows, which I'm going to do because obviously what I'm going to do is all the evacuation of the water and bringing the water, the mains and the electric will all come through this side of the building, and none of them are going to go through the floor. They're all going to go out through the walls. The reason for that being is that the floor, obviously, if you remember back to when we was doing the base, the floor's got the membrane on before we've got the OSB board. So the last thing that I want to do is go through the floors and rip that membrane, because, you know, I just don't want that to happen, so the damp can come up. So everything will go out of like these side walls here, and so on the outside, what I'll do, because I've, you know, rather than having just bare pipes, well, you know, a bare foul pipe, I'll sort of box that in, and you know, just do it as part of the chalet, use the same cladding and box it in, and then it'll all like mingle in. But I'll make it accessible, because what I'll do is I'll put a few rodding eyes in it as well, so should it ever get blocked up. Right, on that note, I'll get this little bit done here, and I'll say to you later. Watch you go. Bye for now. Well, welcome back, and yeah, what's the time? 20 to 3. Easy day's work, eh? Reminds me of when I was a lad working for Birmingham City Council. Eh? Oh, excuse me. 6 blokes to do one job, and even then you didn't rush. Right, so basically, okay, that's that up there. So the ceiling fan now will be screwed to that. The last thing we want is that come flying off and hitting her on the head, isn't it, eh? Who's going to do the cooking? No, now come on. I'm not sexist, I'm really not. I hate that, but never mind, got to crack a joke or two. Right then, so that's it really for today. That's all I'm going to do. Like I said, we're going to pick this lift up tomorrow evening, and yeah, get this plasterboard up, and then I might even start setting fixing. Ark me well in front of myself. I might start fixing some of these electrics then through the walls here, prior to putting the plasterboard up on the walls. We will see what we shall see. Yeah, so the next video will probably be Saturday night, hopefully, if all goes to plan. If you follow me on the bike channel, I was sort of hoping that I might have heard something back from the dealership by now, but I have a horrible feeling that it's going to take a while to get these parts. I really do. For some unknown reason, there's well, it's not so much from what I've heard. There is a shortage of RE parts in France now. Whether this is true or not, I don't know. But I heard through the grapevine that their depot, or whatever you want to call it, in Spain caught fire. Now whether that's right or not, I don't know. But I do know that people are actually sort of experiencing a delay in getting parts. I believe even Hitchcocks in the UK are suffering a few minor disruptions, but still. So basically, I mean, it's all right saying the parts are on order, you know, the ECU and the throttle, and of course, if they've got to replace the TFT screen and that ride-by-wire throttle system, I mean, that's going to take even longer. So, I mean, really, I'm at the mercy of them getting the parts. Having said that, the weather here is absolutely, you know, it's not riding weather, is it? You know, it's not the fact that it's cold, it's the fact that it's just so wet and windy. So, yeah. Anyway, right, okay, so like I said, hopefully the next video will be Saturday evening. I hope that you have a good weekend. Hopefully the weather will improve. You never know, do you, eh? We live in hope. So, okay, if you've enjoyed this very, very short video, then give me a thumbs up, that would be great. And I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, take care, bye for now.